I invite you into a sacred moment, a pause in the rush of your day, where divine whispers wait to meet your attentive heart. This message carries a profound truth meant specifically for you, and I promise that by the end, a sacred secret will be revealed, a blessing for every heart open enough to receive it. You stand at the threshold of a divine encounter, one woven intricately into the fabric of your destiny. This encounter requires your focused attention, your willingness to see beyond the veil of ordinary existence into the extraordinary reality of God's presence. Today, the heavens are especially active in your life. 4 battalions of angels have been commissioned to visit the homes of God's chosen ones, and yes, that includes you. Stay watchful, stay alert. Don't allow the constant demands and distractions of daily life to obscure the divine signs being placed before you. These signs are deliberately designed to awaken your spirit and reveal God's presence in ways that might surprise you, in manifestations that feel both familiar and wonderfully new. These angelic messengers won't arrive with trumpets blaring or in blinding light. They won't knock on your door in any conventional sense. Yet you will perceive them through subtle divine whispers that your heart has been uniquely attuned to understand. Prepare yourself, for their presence will be announced in unexpected ways, a gentle breeze caressing your face that feels somehow different, the song of a bird that catches your attention in a new way, or perhaps a sudden warmth that envelops you without explanation. These aren't mere coincidences. They are sacred markers of approaching angelic forces. God is inviting you to elevate your spiritual awareness, to open your heart wide and receive these celestial messages. Today, the mundane things around you may suddenly brim with deeper meaning. What has been ordinary will become extraordinary as you sense the thinning of the veil between heaven and earth, created just for this moment, just for you. This divine interaction isn't new or unusual in God's interaction with humanity. Since ancient times, God has sent angelic beings to deliver guidance, protection, and sacred words that nourish faith. You are now among those called to experience this profound, momentous divine meeting, destined to awaken and enhance your awareness of God's constant presence in your everyday life. Imagine this. As you continue your normal routine today, you might notice the air feels richer, more vibrant. You may experience an unexpected clarity, as if something has shifted in the atmosphere around you. In such moments, I encourage you to pause, breathe deeply, and tune into your spiritual senses. You might find your mind suddenly stilled, your heart at peace, feeling a release from burdens you didn't even realize you were carrying. These sensations are the presence of angels, lifting weights from your soul and wrapping your spirit in divine peace. Do not fear this sacred encounter. God is not a God of fear, but of profound peace. His angels come bearing love, truth, and strength. Some of you may hear faint whispers, words of encouragement, comfort, or wisdom that your heart has been yearning to receive. Trust that these aren't merely your own thoughts, but the gentle promptings of the Holy Spirit, delivered through heavenly messengers as tokens of God's unwavering love. You might be reminded of a scripture verse that suddenly takes on new meaning. You may feel moved by a hymn in a deeper way than before, or experience a sudden urge to reach out in prayer. Embrace these signs as tender invitations to open your heart wider, allowing divine energy to flow freely through you, transforming you from within. The messages these angels bring may not always be immediately clear. You might experience momentary confusion or wonder at what has happened. Don't be disheartened if understanding takes time. Remain open and patient. Let your heart be supple, willing to receive even without full comprehension. God's ways surpass human understanding and unfold in their perfect timing. In the days ahead, you'll begin to see with greater clarity how God has moved through these sacred encounters and how these angelic visitations have touched your life in meaningful ways. Some of you may question your worthiness, wondering if you're truly meant to receive such a blessing. You might feel inadequate or doubt whether your life reflects the holiness required for such divine attention. Let me assure you, God's grace is infinitely greater than any human failing, greater than any imperfection you perceive in yourself. His love for you neither falters nor wavers. He has chosen you not despite your struggles, but because He knows you intimately, your journey, your heartaches, and the battles you face daily. These angelic messengers come as reminders of God's eternal promise. He will never abandon you or turn away from you. As you stand on the cusp of this divine experience, prepare your heart with expectancy. Resist the instinct to doubt or dismiss this as imagination. Remember who God is, the creator of heaven and earth, whose hand can touch your life in ways that defy human expectation. This appointed time is a gift intended to strengthen your faith, embolden your spirit, and deepen your recognition of God's enduring presence. Embrace it fully, for within this experience lies a path to greater courage, unshakable faith, and the abiding assurance that God is always with you. This current season in your life represents a sacred juncture, marked by both challenges and divine intervention. Forces of darkness may have sought to cloud your path with doubt, confusion, and fear. Yet God's response has been decisive, dispatching armies of angels as a testament to His unwavering love and power. This period isn't defined by a single blessing, but is an unfolding narrative where God's hand is evident, guiding you through each challenge, every decision, and moments of uncertainty. Stand firm in the knowledge that heavenly hosts are encamped around you. God watches over you even through the stillness of the night. He calls you to enter this day as though stepping into hallowed space, approaching with reverence, recognizing that each breath, each moment holds divine significance. Dedicate time to commune with Him, not as a mere ritual, but as an intimate conversation where your spirit meets His. Whisper your prayers with sincerity, knowing that God hears every word. His angels remain attentive, responding to the voices of those who trust. They are drawn to your faith, which acts as the key unlocking their presence in your life. When you sense their intervention, understand that it isn't momentary but an ongoing watch over you and your household, a divine shield that will not waver. These messengers are embedding God's promises within the fabric of your daily existence, establishing unseen barriers that foil the schemes of the enemy. With wings outstretched, they create a protective canopy while their voices sing songs of praise over you, cultivating an atmosphere of divine strength and peace that permeates your days. Be vigilant and attuned to subtle shifts in your surroundings. You may notice an extraordinary peace that transcends understanding, or feel a sudden release from burdens that have weighed you down. The angels are here to lift those weights so you can walk unencumbered, stepping forward into freedom and joy. Today, a boundary is being drawn, a definitive line, separating what has kept you bound from the destiny God has planned. The angelic host stands as witnesses, as carriers of divine decree over your life. When you recognize their presence, hold that moment close as testimony to God's enduring faithfulness and power. Now, as promised, listen with your spirit for the sacred secret that has been held in God's heart since the beginning of time. Because you've opened yourself to receive this word, God is imparting a truth that will transform how you live each day. This revelation isn't just a treasure to keep, but a guiding light to reshape your thoughts and actions. The secret is this: God is with you in ways deeper than you could ever grasp. In every struggle, in each victory, in every quiet moment, His Spirit sustains, guides, and orchestrates events according to His perfect will. His presence isn't passive but alive and dynamic, actively shaping your path and embedding divine purpose into every moment. The angels sent to you are but one expression of this profound truth. When you fully embrace this reality, you'll begin to see God's fingerprints in the ordinary, revealing the extraordinary. Even when prayers seem unanswered and silence echoes around you, know that God has been moving on your behalf, orchestrating, listening, aligning the pieces of your life in perfect divine order that you may not yet perceive. When life's burdens weigh heavily, remember, you're never alone. The angels carry these burdens with you, and God's strength becomes interwoven with your own, unbreakable and sustaining. You may find yourself weary, uncertain, or lost, but God's Spirit remains alive within you. This connection doesn't falter but grows stronger as you draw closer to Him. It's an invitation, an open door to a deeper partnership rooted in love, trust, and faith. God desires your presence not just in times of need, but in moments of joy and triumph. In every season, He longs to reveal the depth of His love and the richness of your relationship with Him. You have been crafted with unique purpose, a calling that only you can fulfill. Never doubt your value or your role in God's plan. The angelic presence serves to remind you of this purpose, offering encouragement, direction, and sometimes correction to keep you aligned with your divine destiny. You exist not by chance, but by design, and God is working something profound through your life. Another piece of this sacred secret holds the power to set you free. God redeems all things. Your past mistakes, hurts, and regrets aren't beyond His reach. Every tear, every cry, every moment of despair has been seen and heard. He is weaving these experiences into a tapestry of redemption, turning pain into purpose, loss into gain. No moment of your life is wasted in His eyes. Look around you. The signs of divine presence are woven into the fabric of your daily existence. The air you breathe, the warmth of sunrise, the kindness of a friend, these are tokens of God's constant care. As angels move among us, become more aware of these manifestations. They aren't random occurrences, but deliberate expressions of divine love, gentle reminders of God's presence. Another layer of this secret is the place of rest. God has prepared for you a peace that surpasses understanding, unaffected by the chaos or circumstances of the world. This peace is rooted in God's steadfast nature and eternal promise. I am with you. I love you, and nothing can separate you from this love. When anxiety or fear invades your mind, remember that divine peace is available through trust and surrender. Even when the path ahead seems unclear, bring your entire being before God, your doubts, fears, and hopes. His love knows no bounds and casts out all fear. In His presence, you'll find no condemnation, only grace, acceptance, and the assurance that He works all things for your good. God is inviting you into a new season. For some, this may be a time of bold action, stepping out in faith to pursue dreams He's placed in your heart. For others, it may be a season of healing, a tender time where wounds are mended and restoration occurs. And for others still, it's a time of rest, a chance to be still and recognize God's sovereignty. Walk with Him, trust in Him, and know that his angels remain vigilant, ever present, to guide, guard, and uplift you. Each step you take, you do so enfolded in divine care and love. When this truth finds its home in your soul, you'll discover an unbreakable strength and hope that outshines even the darkest moments. As days pass, you may notice a stirring deep within, an awakening of your spirit. This isn't coincidence, but God's Spirit working within, drawing you into a richer, more profound relationship. Welcome this awakening as a divine invitation to move beyond the familiar and experience the fullness of boundless love and power. Let go of hesitation. Don't fear to ask for more. If you think seeking God's blessings is self-serving, remember, He delights in giving. Ask, seek, and knock. For God stands ready to open doors, shower blessings, and reveal the depths of His unfailing provision. Know with certainty that He is your ever-loving Father who finds joy in giving good gifts to His children. Here lies an essential part of this sacred truth: the power of surrender. When you place every aspect of your life into God's hands, you create space for miracles, breakthroughs, and blessings that your own strength could never achieve. Understand that surrender isn't weakness, but the ultimate act of faith, a declaration that you trust God completely, believing He works for your good, and that His plans are filled with hope and promise. As you continue this journey, God will reveal more, little by little. For now, you are loved, cherished, and held securely in His embrace. The angelic hosts surrounding you testify to His commitment, a constant reminder that you are never truly alone and that divine power supports you at every moment. Take this truth and let it form the bedrock of your life. Let it remind you of your identity in God, the unshakable strength you possess, and the peace that surpasses understanding. You are walking a path lovingly prepared, a journey laid out with purpose and infused with unwavering love. Step forward with courage, knowing that God walks with you and His angels stand beside you, ready to guide and protect through every challenge. This encounter with heavenly messengers marks the beginning of something new, something beautiful and powerful entering your life. The time has come for divine promises to bear fruit before your very eyes. Be watchful, be hopeful, and hold fast to the assurance of God's constant presence. Your existence is intentional, crafted with divine purpose, and surrounded by love so profound it knows no limits. The world may whisper that you are lacking, but hear God's voice. You are more than enough. Called, chosen, set apart, and uniquely equipped with gifts that only you possess. The light placed within you is one that no force can diminish. Have courage when trials come. Remember that God stands with you through them all. In raging storms, He is your safe haven. In every battle, your unwavering might. When weariness threatens to overcome you, His grace carries you forward. Don't be disheartened by the unknowns of your journey. Though the path may wind and the road steepen, every step draws you closer to divine purpose. You may not comprehend it all, but trust that God works even in silence, aligning every piece of life's puzzle. Miracles await on the horizon, blessings yet unfathomed, preparing to unfold at the perfect moment. When doubt creeps in and fear threatens to paralyze, remember who God is: the one who parted seas, calmed tempests, and brought life from death. He remains unchanging, powerful, and present today as He was then. Nothing lies beyond His power, so cast your anxieties upon Him, for He cares for you more deeply than imagination can grasp. Each tear shed, each prayer whispered into silence, He has heard, and is responding in ways soon to be revealed. You are beloved, a source of divine delight. God calls you to stand strong and trust in His unfailing love. As you navigate life's pathways, know that He steers your course, orchestrating opportunities, unlocking doors, bestowing blessings that showcase His devotion. Don't let setbacks extinguish your hope. Even delays serve a purpose, molding and strengthening you for what lies ahead. What appears as a pause often represents preparation, a time where God shapes you to embrace coming abundance. If God stands for you, who could possibly stand against you? No power, no challenge can hinder the plans He has established. Trust that His promises remain steadfast and true, spoken into your life with purpose. You are not forgotten, you are cherished beyond measure. Let these words breathe life into your spirit, for truly, you never walk alone. The angels surround you, God's presence envelops you, and divine love sustains you through every moment of your journey. This is the sacred truth meant for your heart today. Receive it,